It's Teacher Ulrich here. Welcome back to Wordly Wise, Book 5, Lesson 5. Now, for today's lesson, you will need your Wordly Wise 3000, Book 5. It's this yellow one. You will also need Activity 5A. So we'll go through the words in the word list, just quickly remember them. And then we'll be taking on activity 5A. So be sure to have that ready. Right. Are you good to start? Let's begin with day 2. As we get to the words, I want you to say the word. What's this word? It's avalanche. Great. Avalanche has 2 noun meanings. First, it's the name of a great mass of ice, earth, or snow mixed with rocks sliding down a mountain. So here we can see snow and rocks sliding down a mountain. It's an avalanche. An avalanche can be very dangerous. The second noun meaning is this word we use to name a thing which has a great amount of something. So we use this to name a great amount of something. I had an avalanche of ice cream. Or I had an avalanche for dessert. A great deal of dessert. Great amount. Next up, it's blizzard. Correct. Blizzard is the name of a heavy snowstorm with strong winds. Have you ever experienced a blizzard? I've never, just on TV. Next up, it's challenge. Correct. Challenge has 3 verb meanings. First, challenge means to do something to invite others to take part in a contest. I challenge you to a basketball match or to a chess match. The second verb is to do something to cause a person to use a lot of skill or effort. Now you can challenge someone to cause them to use a lot of skill or effort, but usually a non-living thing challenges you to use a great deal of skill and effort. Like a test can challenge you. A math test can challenge your math skills. A long hike or run can challenge your fitness. The third verb meaning for challenge means to question or to argue against. So this is when you question what someone says or their idea, especially when something is unfair or unjust. Why do I have to go to bed at 8, Mom? It's so early. You challenge your mom's idea that you should go to bed early. They say you should not challenge older people, but I think if you don't like to be challenged, then you're not humble, right? If you have an idea, then you should be open for people to challenge that idea. Because if it's a really good idea, then you don't mind people challenging that idea. It's a good self-reflection. The noun challenge is the name of an interesting task or problem, something that takes skill or effort. So this meaning has to do with a verb meaning, something that causes a person to use great skill or effort. I challenged myself with a 30-kilometer hike. The 30-kilometer hike was a challenge. See, now it's a noun. The second noun meaning is a name of a call to take part in a contest. Are you going to accept my challenge for our basketball match? That's the name of what we're going to do. It's a challenge. Next up, it's conquer. Great. Now, conquer has two verb meanings. First, it means to get the better of. So you can conquer something or someone. Swimming lessons help me conquer my fear of the water. So this person got the better of their fear. Skydiving helped me conquer my fear of heights. The second verb meaning is to defeat. To beat someone is to conquer them. This boy conquered this boy and this girl in the race. He got the better of them. He defeated them. Conquest is a different form of the word. This word has a noun meaning. We use this as the name of the act of defeating. The movie was about the conquest of Earth by creatures from another planet. Sounds scary. Next up, it's crevice. Great. Crevice is the name of a deep, narrow opening in rock caused by a split or crack. A crevice. Next up, it's foolhardy. Foolhardy is an adjective. This is a word we use to describe nouns which are unwisely bold or daring. Unwisely means not smart. So this man is foolhardy. He is bold and daring, but not in a smart way, right? He's foolhardy. Next up, it's lure. Great. Lure has a verb meaning. This is something you do to tempt or attract with the promise of something good. Buy this cell phone and you get 50% off. I'm luring you to buy this cell phone with the promise of something good, 50% off. Free Wi-Fi for a year. It's a lure. The noun means something that attracts. So an advert can be a lure. The lure of fresh air led us to the park for a walk. That's not a great example. The lure of beautiful scenery, nice food, is what attracts people to Paris. Now, lure is also the name of artificial, meaning not real, bait used for fishing. These are fishing lures. Next up, it's makeshift. Great. Makeshift has a noun meaning. We use this to name something that is a temporary and usually less strong replacement. We used the camper as a makeshift while our house was being built. They used this boat as a makeshift to get across the river. The adjective makeshift is a word we use to describe a noun. So this is quite interesting, right? Makeshift can be used as a noun and as a word to describe a noun. This is a makeshift boat. See? What kind of boat? A makeshift boat. Depending on how you use it. Next up, what's the word? It's optimist. Optimist is the name of a person who looks at things in the most positive way. A cheerful, hopeful person. A person who says, this glass is half full. Optimistic is an adjective. We use this word to describe things, usually people, who are cheerful and hopeful. She is an optimistic person, an optimistic girl. See, we use optimistic to describe the noun. Person is the noun. Girl is the noun. Optimistic boy. Optimistic girl. Optimism is another form of the word. This word has a noun meaning, but this is a name of a feeling. So if you have a feeling of hope or cheerfulness, that feeling is optimism. I feel joy. I feel sadness. I feel optimism for our plan. I think it's going to work out. Next up, it's previous. Previous is an adjective. We use this word to describe things which happened earlier, happening before. So it's the before happened one. The previous December is December 2019, not December 2018. Because previous means the one before. Now is 2020. So the previous year is 2019, one before. My previous car is the car I had before the car I have now, not my first car. You can say, a previous car I had was red. So that's more complicated. First get a hang of the meaning of this word, previous. Next up, it's route. Route, great. Route has two noun meanings. First, it's the name of the path that must be followed to get to a place. This is the route. But this is another route. This is not a route. It's the path that must be followed to get to a place. The second noun is the name of a fixed course or area assigned to a salesperson or delivery person. It can also be assigned to a bus driver, a train driver, a route. See, this is a bus route. The bus is in a certain area. You can't tell the bus, hey, go there. No, it takes a fixed course. It's the bus route, the train route. You can ask, is my destination on this bus route? Yes? No? Then I'll take another bus. Next up, it's summit. Great. Summit has two noun meanings. First is the name of the highest part, the top. Usually when we talk about a mountain, it's the summit. The second meaning is the name of a conference or meeting of the top leaders of governments. This is the South African president, the president of my country, and he is at the National Summit Against Gender-Based Violence and Femicide. Femicide is the killing of women. So in South Africa, that's a problem. Gender-based violence. Gender is if you are a male or female. So he is at a meeting to stop violence against women, right? So this is called a summit because the top government leaders are there. Next up, it's terse. Terse is an adjective. We use this word to reply a way, to describe a way someone speaks or behaves or acts. We use terse to describe someone who is short and to the point. Did you have a nice day? Yeah. Are you hungry? What do you want to eat? Food. That's very terse, very to the point. Next up, it's twort. Twort. This is a funny word. Twort. Twort is a verb, sorry. This verb is something you do to block or defeat the plans or efforts of. The rain thwarted my plans for a picnic. This fence thwarted the cow's plans to go into the field. Defeated or stopped or blocked your plans. The accident on the highway thwarted my plans of being early this time. Next up, it's vertical. Vertical is an adjective. We use this word to describe a line or something that's running straight up and down. Vertical. Great stuff. Now we can start with activity 5A. Make sure you have this activity ready. There are 10 sentences. So let's begin by reading the instructions. Finding meanings. Choose 2 phrases to form a sentence that correctly uses a word from word list 5. Then write the sentence. Great. So a phrase is a group of words that can't be used on its own as a sentence. It doesn't make sense. So we have to put these phrases together to make a sentence which correctly uses a word from word list 5. There will only be 10 words used because there are only 10 sentences. Number 1. A. The way to reach the top. B. A meeting of heads of state. C. A lure is. D. A summit is. So which 2, when put together, will make a sentence which correctly uses a word from word list 5? B. A meeting of heads of state. And D. A summit is. But first, D, then B. So first D, then B. A summit is a meeting of heads of state. Let's write. Great. A summit is a meeting of heads of state. There we go. Number 2. A. An optimistic statement is one. B. That is released to the public. C. A previous statement is one. D. That was made earlier. So which 2 will make a correct sentence? C, first it's C, a previous statement is one, then D, that was made earlier. A previous statement is one that was made earlier. Great. Number 3. A. To lure someone is. B. To thwart someone is. C. To offer help or advice to that person. D. To tempt that person with a promise or with promises. So which two are correct? A, to lure someone is? No. D, to tempt that person with promises. Let's write. Great. To lure someone is to tempt that person with promises. Excellent. Next, number 4. A, an area assigned to a salesperson. B, a crevice is. C, a payment for something done. D, a route is. Which two are correct? This is easy. D, a route is. A, an area assigned to a salesperson. Let's write. Great. A route is an area assigned to a salesperson. Assigned is something given to. Number 5A. To be thwarted is to be B. To be challenged is to be C. Prevented from carrying out one's plans. D. Attracted by promises. Let's see which two, when put together, makes the right sentence. It's A, to be thwarted is to be C. Prevented from carrying out one's plans. Let's write. Carrying out one's plans. Great. To be thwarted is to be prevented from carrying out one's plans. Is that correct? It is. Number 6. A, an optimistic report is one. B, that is hopeful. C, that is written out. D, a terse report is one. So which two, when put together, makes the right sentence? It's A, an optimistic report is one. B, that is hopeful. Let's write. An optimistic report is one that is hopeful. Does not look good. Hopeful. There we go. An optimistic report is one that is hopeful. Excellent. Perfect. That's correct. Next up, number 7. A. A call to take part in a contest. B. A severe snowstorm with high winds. C. A challenge is. D. An avalanche is. This one is tricky. Which two are correct? It's A. First it's C. A challenge is, then it's A. So 1, 2. A challenge is a call to take part in a contest. Let's write. A challenge is a call to take part in a contest. Contest. Great. A challenge is a call to take part in a contest. Excellent. Next up, number 8A. A makeshift file is one that. B. A vertical file is one that. C. Stores things upright. D. Gets narrowed toward the top. So this one is also a little bit tricky. Let's see if you can get it. B. A vertical file is one that. C. Stores things upright. So B is 1, C is 2. Let's write. A vertical file is one that stores things upright. There we go. A vertical file is one that stores things upright. Great. Number 9. A. A foolhardy remark is one. B. That is short and to the point. C. That sounds threatening. D. A terse remark is one. So which two will make a correct sentence? Let's see. D. A terse remark is one. That's one. And B. That is short and to the point. Two. Terse remark is one. That is short and to the point. A terse remark is one that is short and to the point. Great stuff. One more to go. Number 10A. A split or crack in rock. B. A mass of falling rocks and snow. C. A blizzard is. D. An avalanche is. So which two are correct? It's D. It's number 1, D. An avalanche is, then B. It's 2. A mass of falling rocks and snow. Let's write. An avalanche is a mass of falling rocks and snow. An avalanche is a mass of falling rocks and snow. Great stuff, we're all done. Let's just have a quick look at what we did. So today we briefly reviewed all the words and their meanings, followed by this activity 5a. We had to put two phrases together to make a sentence which correctly uses a word from word list 5. Did we do that? Indeed we did. From number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Friends, that's it for today's lesson. Great job and thanks for joining me. Remember, I'll see you again in day 3. Now remember that day 3 we will be doing the other activities, activity 5b, 5c, and 5d, those 3 activities. If you want, you can do those activities by yourself, then join me for day 3 just to check if you are correct. That will just add an extra challenge in this day. Friends, thanks a lot, and I'll see you in day 3. Goodbye and take care. Bye.